Everyone, welcome to this live broadcast from here at Dunes Golf Centre in Fraserburgh. I'm coming on this evening to talk about our driver amnesty and to say a huge thank you to everybody so far that has kindly donated their old drivers. Now, we did have just 2 or 3 in circulation. You can see from this bag we've got over a dozen now, which is fantastic news. And what it means is those golfers that come along to Dunes Golf Centre, in fact, they're not quite golfers yet. Many people come here as their first step into playing the game. And of course, many of the youngsters, especially those teenage boys and girls, want to be able to hit a driver on the driving range. There's no doubt when we look at our analytics on the Top Tracer, the most popular game out there is the long drive. And rather than deny them that opportunity to give the driving a go, we have very successfully, with the driver amnesty, managed to get a few more. But just because we've got some, please don't let that stop you bringing your drivers in. Let me explain a little bit more detail about what it is we are actually looking for. Anything like this, the bigger headed drivers are more than welcomed. The type of clubs we're not really looking for are wooden headed clubs. Okay, now some of you might have old persimmon woods in your garage. Sadly, they're not going to cut it for us. And I know it sounds like, well, beggars can't be choosers. But if possible, anything like this is an old TaylorMade R7. We've got a few different things in here, and there's an old Cobra. In fact, this is an unlimited one. If you don't know, the unlimited means it's actually illegal to play with in competitive golf. I think the rule change, was it 2008, if memory serves me correctly? Or it might have even been before then. I'll have to look that up. I can't remember, 2003, 2008, sometime around then, the rule changed where there was how springy the face was. So there's bound to be some of those that you can't play in competition out there in this local area to us here in Fraserburgh. If that's the case, please do bring them along. And what we do when someone comes along to the range, they don't have any clubs, we want them to give the game a go. So we just hand these out. But what happens occasionally when someone's new, they haven't quite mastered the art of finding the middle of the club. In fact, there's a lot of existing golfers out there who haven't quite mastered the art of finding the middle of the club. But getting it off this part isn't the problem. It's when they accidentally tee it up high and hit it out the shaft. It just breaks the shaft, and that's the end of the club. But it isn't just that happens. Is again, where you can see from this one here, look at the state of it. This has been on the range now for about 2 weeks. It's been hit by the ball there. It's all caved in. The top of it's all caved in here. Now, this one is still structurally intact just, but I'm going to give it another month, and that one's going to be out of service because it's going to be cracked, no longer usable. And that is why, folks, we need you to come and donate your drivers so that we can hand them out to those new golfers, and we can start so many people off, as we do here at Dunes, young and old, male and female, in this game that we love so much. But they've got to start somewhere, and that is one of our key roles here at Dunes. So you know what to do. Just drop the driver off. You don't need to book an appointment. Just bring it into either me, Billy, Chris, or whoever's on duty. And while I've got you this evening, folks, I just want to talk about something else. It is our shoe trading. Now, this has been ridiculously popular. We had knocking on 300 pairs of shoes in at one point, and we sold, I think it's in the region of 60 or 70 pairs on the shoe trading. But that means we've still got plenty of stock in for you to have a go. So if you're tired of your feet being a wet mess after you've finished a round of golf, perhaps now is the time to come in and take advantage of a minimum of £20 off. Now, these were given £40 for these Under Armours, and this was our worst pair traded in, mainly because of the smell. But I'm going to tell you live, we actually have a new winner. I feel like I should have some tongs to pick these up with. These, I believe, were traded in by Stuart White. It's an old pair of Adidas. I'm going to hold them at arm's length because they do absolutely stink, Stu. I'm sorry, mate, but they are honking. I can't even describe the smell. It's almost like vinegar mixed with something awful. It is pretty minging, to be fair. But these are now going on the plinth. Sorry, Kev Buchan, your shoes are no longer the worst pair we've had traded in, so they're going to go onto the generic pile. And Stu White, aka Specky, you are now sat on top of the worst traded in pair plinth there. This trading ends on the 31st of July. So what's that? 3 or 4 days to go. In fact, is it this Sunday or Monday? I've lost track of the days, folks. But it ends at the end of this month. So if you're thinking of a new pair of shoes, come along. You can get between £20 and £40 for your old pair, just like Specky did with this one here. Okay, folks, that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye for now.